Namaste, brothers and sisters. This is Jen, and I'm just making this video because I've just done the transmission, and I wanted to connect with you all in that place of like where I've just done the transmission and the altar's still set up, and it's like literally like about an hour, I don't know, finished at about couple of hours ago, and so I'm still totally in that frequency and in that vibration of the transmission, and I just felt really inspired to make a video because that's what I've just been doing. I've just been like, you know, online creating this amazing, like facilitating this really powerful ceremony where we were working with Louise and we were working with all the ancestors, and we did such epic work. And I'm just having so many insights and downloads about, you know, exactly what we're actually doing, and realizing that, you know, as we come together in these groups, and actually there was 144 of us. There was 100. Imagine that, the perfection of that. 144 souls were signed up for this ceremony, and you know, at the time that it went live. And you know, it's just this such perfection. It's like that is the Fibonacci sequence of perfection. And that's what we're working with. We're working with that level of intention, and it will be 222 souls will get to see that, because that's the next level, the next master number after 144. And I get a lot of 222s in the transmissions as well. So it's really interesting. But what we did was so powerful, brothers and sisters, and it's still available. Like, it's still anchoring, and it's open to donation. And just come and sign up and join the group. Like, the group is the most absolutely amazing group to be part of. And I would love you to come and join the group, and then we get to interact, and you know, and we're all supporting each other in you know, stepping forward as the greatest versions of ourselves in our full living mastery. That is what the whole group is about. And it's about creating a community which recognises you, who you truly are. You are an angelic being. You know, and so welcome to a community that's actually going to recognise you as an already ascended angelic being. Your human self might not have 100% remembered that, but I remember that because I remember who I am. And if I remember who I am, we're all one, and we're all equal, and we're all the same. And so I remember who you are. Yeah, so anyway, that's why I wanted to make this video, brothers and sisters. And I'm just really inspired to connect with everyone, like, you know, fresh from the transmission, and really just say that it was epic work that we did. And what my spirit guide showed me was that, you know, like, when we come together and align with this level of intention and unified intention, it is so powerful, and it is really is creating the new earth. Like, we really are creating the new earth, and we're coming together. Like, this is the prophecy. This is the prophecy that we would come together and co-create the new earth through the utilization of inner technology, which is the imagination, which is the sacred intention, which is the place where we are almighty and all powerful. And it's focusing that in a way that is in alignment with the Christed templates, you know, with the fifth dimensional field, which is Gaia's destiny, and that is the timeline that we are assisting her to. Like, it already is, and we're just removing the layers that prevent and obscure us from really knowing that. But you know, but there are timelines where there is this 3D kind of, like, you know, story getting played out, and we are being used to transform and transmute those old kind of, like, the very dense neural pathways, you know, that has had everyone entrenched in 3D identification. And so we are working with that, as well as knowing that we're in the 5D consciousness, and that already is. We're also, like, in this process of transmuting and cleaning out the old programs that have predominated the mass consciousness. And so that's what we're doing. It is so massively important, brothers and sisters. And I don't, like, it's open to donation. Like, you can give me like £1, £2, it doesn't matter. Like, just come and be, you know, come and set your intention in this way, where we came together with all of our ancestral lineage, where we were clearing the deepest, most traumatic programs and templates of abuse, of addiction, of violation, of, like, the darkest aspects of humanity. We faced there, we went there today, and we opened that closet where all those skeletons were, and we shone a light of absolute highest, most exquisite angelic love upon that place. And that was what alchemized it and transmuted it. you know, and we were assisted by many high beings, the main one being Louise, who was very active within that transmission. In fact, she basically did the transmission, and she just used me really as a sort of like, you know, a messenger, or like her voice to say what was going on. And everyone who signed up got a personal blessing from Louise at the end, and she came and blessed everyone and she activated them, because what became clear was that, you know, Louise Hay, she is on the 5D Ascension team. Big time. and she's a master. She's an actualized master, and she's like, you know, she's transitioned now, and she's back into union with her full and like eternal self, her highest Christed self. And like, you know, but she's working with us. She needs to be working with us. That's why she came. She came to like drop the codes of her presence, so that when she departed, we would know that essence of her is always with us. You know, so it's amazing. She's so powerful. She's so powerful. It's absolutely unbelievable. So please come forward, brothers and sisters. Come and sign up. Join this group. Join this amazing Facebook group. You know, like I wish I could just express how like healing and nourishing it is for everyone who's part of that group, and how pure the energies and the frequencies are. And I am every day, I'm checking in, I'm writing, commenting, I'm actually posting loads of inspirational stuff, and you know, and I'm there for people, totally there for people. So yeah, come and join, brothers and sisters. So I just wanted to like let everyone know, like the altar's still up, it's still looking pretty good. I'll show you. I got this little mama to represent my relatives. Like, so she was sitting on the altar. Pretty good skull. So yeah, she was symbolising my ancestors, my recent ancestors that have passed over to spirit, and giving thanks and praises for this beautiful skull. Yeah, and so just wanted to just connect in with everyone and say, and just like, you know, let's just remember how powerful we are, and it is through our intentions. And so you have to find a way to navigate the negative sort of like narrative of your egoic mind, because you know, everyone's egoic mind is basically chatting shit, and it's basically just like talking about limitations and saying you can't do this, you'll never get that. Like that is its role. Like God has given everything role. Like that is the ego's role, to be totally on a down about everything, to be to be super negative. And you have to realize that the strategy of actually like listening to and following that narrative is detrimental to your health, and it is detrimental to the health of the collective consciousness. So you need to prioritize developing a strategy whereby you cease to be identifying with this narrative of the ego. Like that's got to be the priority, you know, because you cannot ascend. Like if the ascension of your personal consciousness existed within the realms of mastery over the 3D mind, you know, everyone would be enlightened. We would have a planet of 8 billion enlightened people, but we don't, because it is beyond the faculty of the 3D mind. Like true freedom of suffering and identification lies way beyond the identification to the 3D mind, you know. And so you need to prioritize that, like, because that is what you're gonna have to keep on coming back to, learning about mastery, learning about self-mastery. And it's about learning about mastery over your mind, your egoic mind, which is just like basically just, you know, it's on a downer. It's on a downer, isn't it? So what to do, like, you know, you're probably giving it your best shot. I gave it my best shot, listening to my ego. I was like, oh no, because I'm really clever. I'm like really intelligent. And so when my ego, it was like, I believed it. I was like, yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. And I was like going down. And I was like, holy shit, man, what's going on? I'm going down. And then I was lucky enough to be guided to a community and then to a spiritual practice that enabled me to attain mastery over that monkey mind. you know, and that's what I share in my 4-week course, which is absolutely amazing. Like, changes your life, and every single person that's done it, it's completely and utterly changed their life. They're now stable in 5D, you know, and that is because this practice, that is my practice, this is at the very foundation of that 4-week course. You know, that's one of the master tools, one of the master keys. So yeah, you get on board with getting, you know, if you really wanna, that's the thing, like for myself, like the way I am, I will always invest in my spiritual evolution, because I'm not going to take much with me when I depart this realm, but I will take with me my spiritual evolution, how I've evolved as a being, how I've learnt my lessons, how I've, you know, attained impeccability in my own self-mastery, like, you know, so that's it. We always just have to have that focus on that place of that, and just everything just absolutely just unfolds in the most profoundest and meticulous perfection. So yeah, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to just share with you that, you know, there's so much going on, and for myself, if, you know, it's like if you were to invest the money that you do have into like a pair of shoes or a pair of, you know, it's just so superficial. It's much better to actually invest in tools that actually work. And, you know, I'm in a funny position. Like, God's put me in a funny position, but not in a way as well, because I am a spiritually awakened person, and I also, like, you know, I have things to sell. I have things to sell, but these things that I have to sell are, like, you know, imprinted with Christ's, like, thumbprint on it, and like are so pure and are so powerful and are coming from such a like angelic place that, and it's so funny, but somehow I'm having, like, you know, but then people like, and I get loads of messages from people saying, oh, you shouldn't charge for your services, you shouldn't, you know, if you were really spiritual, you know, you wouldn't charge this. And I just think to myself, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, but we live in a world where, you know, I'm a single mother, and I have to provide a home and pay my bills and run my car and do what I need to do. So I'm sorry, but how could it possibly work, you know, for me to not charge money for anything that I do? It's ridiculous. And so, but, you know, and it's a mad one, but I want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're in Scorpio, we're on Samhain, let's talk about this, being spiritual and charging money, because this is what I'm faced with all the time, because I can't give everything that I mean, I do. I let loads of people join the transmissions for free. You know, most people just write to me, and I'll be like, yeah, you know, but I won't give free sessions away. But I give massive discounts on, you know, all my things, because it's not about that. It's not about that for me. But I have to charge an energy exchange, and I choose to charge that. And it's just an interesting place to be, where you're, you know, where you're awakening, you're in service, and you're working really as God's you know, really kind of like most malleable servant. Like, I do feel like that. I feel like I'm in the competition for like God's most malleable servant. Like, I'll do anything. I'll do anything for the divine. Do you know what I mean? And they know that. But for the fact of the matter is, I live in a 3D reality, and I'm a single mother with a 13-year-old son. So I have to, you know, I have to charge for my services. If we were in Sirius right now, there'd be no charge. You know, because we're all getting fed off the ether, and we're all just like giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, and but I haven't reached that place yet where I'm, you know, able to live off the ether, and that is like miraculously able to pay all my bills. I haven't quite reached that level yet. When I do get to that level, I'll let you all know, and everything will be free of charge then. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about that. I think it's really good. I love it. Like, shine a light on the shadow, man. But it's hard for me as well, because the thing is, you know, the things that I bring in are really, really powerful, and they really, really work. And basically, there's so much crap out there that, I'm not being funny, but the things that you buy, they don't even work, and they charge a fortune. And I actually bring things through that actually really, really, really do work, and like really, really, really are super affordable in every single way. And it's hard for me to go, guys, like, don't you realise, like, if you know, this is results orientated. Like, everything you get from me, whether it's any of my MP3s, whether it's my you know, my 4-week course, whether it's like, I've got this new package thing, like, I've only got 4 places, and if you sign up for this like mentoring package, you know, and what else have I got? Oh yeah, and then with that, I walk you through my course to like absolutely like, you know, irrefutably stabilising 5D consciousness. Like that is the intention. It's a 2-month kind of program. So I've got that. That's really exciting. Again, it's super affordable for what it is. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's priceless. Like it's priceless. You can't put a price on it, can you? But I'll use my time and energy and intention and coaching and like be there to champion you to stabilise in 5D. Can't put a price on that, but you know, I have to because it's worth it. It is worth it, but it's worth way more than what the cost of it is. So it's a funny one. It's a funny one. And whatever, like, you know, people can say whatever they want about like me talking about this, but I think it's really important at times like Samhain that this issue is addressed for us in the spiritual community, you know. And the thing is, it's all in my astrology as well. Like I'm a Libra and I've got Capricorn rising and Capricorn moon, and so that is like I have a very high level business sense, and that's why I help people. I do my soul dharma sessions with people, and that's because I've got all this Capricorn practicality. Like I know how to turn that dream into a physical reality through the actual physical actions that you need to take, as well as be having access to the Akashic realms that will actually bring through your soul dharma. I've got all the Capricorn skills to actually tell you step by step what to do to make that, turn that into a very successful business without like, you know, basically spending any money. I'll help you do it like that as well. So yeah, there we go. Like this is what I do. Well, how else am I going to let people know what I do? I have to make a video, put it on my YouTube channel, and like, you know, we've got to get a bit like more. We've got to get a few more subscribers as well, haven't we? Like, you know, come on guys, this is a revolution. Like we're on the front line of the revolution. Can we just like spread the word? And yeah, should we pull a card? Let's pull a card on this auspicious night. And I just want to say one thing actually, because the energy is now building up for the 1111 gateway, and I am absolutely totally excited about the 1111 gateway, because my guides have been going on and on about what this is all about, and this is the twin flame gateway of the whole year. This is the master gateway for twin flames, and this is when, you know, cosmic wormholes open, and there is like recognition. There's like a deep sort of upgrade in recognition and synchronicities and alignments, and coming into alignment with timelines and you know, synchronistic meetings, and all that is around the 1111. And so and I am going to be facilitating a transmission. I'm so excited. We're going back to the twin flames. We're, you know, because we've sort of had to steer a little bit away from twin flames because we've been clearing up the house. Like the house is in a mess. You know, we've had to do this transmission, we've had to deal with the sexual abuse like timeline, clear that trauma, you know, so much cleaning the house, so that now we can go and we can face the 1111 like with a clean garden, and we're ready to plant those seeds. We've been tending that garden, clearing out all those nasty, horrible weeds, you know, and the 1111 is about planting those seeds and activating those bushes that are already growing. You know, big things are going on for genuine twin flames at the moment right now, brothers and sisters, and I'm very excited. Unfortunately, most people haven't actually met their twin, and I'm just gonna come straight out of it. It is still pretty rare, and most people that are really into twin flame stuff are in a relationship with either soulmates or with catalyst twins, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. And I don't even know why I've said that, but somehow, like, you know, I think maybe it's because we need to just give a little mention about catalyst twins, because I think that's going to like be exposed in this gateway. Yeah, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. Like you're gonna realise, you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's my catalyst twin. That's what's gonna happen. So how you distinguish a catalyst twin connection, generally speaking, is that it is very trauma based. It's very it is timeline of trauma, of separation, of angst, of abandonment, of no resolution, of despair. Do you get me? So like if you're in a relationship or connection with someone where that is the predominant energetic theme, you can like basically 100% say, and you believe like with all wholeheartedly that is your twin flame, then that is basically, I would go as far as to say that is 100% your catalyst twin. Twin flame different. The twin flame connection totally different. Like the twin flame connection is like it's like coming home. Like, but and it's not about coming home because it's all about union, physical union with the beloved. It's about coming home. like really, really absolutely coming home to the goddess or the God self and the God being that you are, and that is irrespective of whether you are in union with your twin flame on the physical plane or not. And if you are not in union with your twin flame on the physical plane, then it is your absolute highest duty and responsibility to show up and as one who has remembered and one who is in absolute alignment with the truth of who one is, you know. So yeah, just like, let's just take a breath, brothers and sisters, and just take that in. I mean, that was a download. And now I'm just gonna put a card for the Twin Flame Collective, because there's a lot going on with the 1111, and Spirit Team wanted me to let you know about that. So I'm gonna open up the 1111 transmission for £11.11. Of course, how could I not? So yeah, get on board, guys. I'll post the link. You know, I'm going to let everyone know about it tomorrow, because I mean, we've just done the transmission. That's the thing, I can go weeks and like, you know, I could go like 6 weeks without doing a transmission because it's totally spirit guided. And then they'll be like, well, 1 week after another, and we're in that gateway. So it's time now. Please spread the word, brothers and sisters. We need all the twin flames to come forward seriously on their grid points now to do this work for the 1111 gateway, because we are really, really anchoring in the vibration of unconditional love and like 5D connection with our twin flame, re-establishing that 5D rainbow bridge, that eternal connection with our twin flame that transcends all thoughts, all ideas of separation, all those places where we've been programmed to just believe what we can see on the physical plane, because actually there's way more to reality than just this physical plane. There's what we know in our hearts and what we remember in our hearts. So, and that comes back to that whole, you know, catalyst twin flame thing. It's like, you know in your heart when you've met your genuine twin flame, you know, and there's no question, and there's always questioning with the catalyst twin. There's always like, oh, and even though you're like, oh, but I 99% believe that he is, there's always that little 1%. You don't have that with the twin flame. You don't have that, because you just know beyond, and that knowing is very calm, and it's not attached, and it's not needy, and it's not like oh, I need to be in physical union with you tomorrow because I know. It's not about that at all. It's about, you know, it's about, I know, therefore I'm safe, therefore I can relax, therefore I can be happy, therefore I'm like, I've got a lot to be happy about, because, you know, I remember the divine union. I remember that the Hieros Gamos is within me. I am the divine union, you know, and that internal marriage, as it is within, so it is without, as it is within, so it is without. That's what God said. That is how creation is created, as it is within, so it is without. So if I've activated that Hieros Gamos within myself, it's only inevitable that it's going to manifest. And I don't know when that will be, you know, and that's what when you're in a true twin connection, you're not attached to that. You might have little moments, you might have like little human moments where you have a little moan or whatever, but generally speaking, 99.9% of the time, there is just this sense of like, there's nothing missing, and there's, you know, like in my life, I'm showing up, like whether it's to, you know, the person in the supermarket, whether it's to the, you know, the man in the garage, whether it's to my son's teacher, I'm showing up in my illumination, I'm showing up in my alignment to spirit, and like, you know, and to the generosity of my recognition of all my brothers and sisters who I encounter, like in whatever, like, you know, disguises. I'm showing up on my mission, so there's nothing in me that's waiting to be with my twin, because I'm on mission, you know, and that's what it's all about. That's when you know you're with your true twin, because there's not that attachment, and there's not that neediness to be with them. And a lot of you are going to be realising that in this gateway, that a lot of you that had that experience, that's not real. You don't feel that with your true twin. With your true twin, you feel trust. You just know, like, you just know that everything's all right, and everything's going to be all right. Like, so you may as well like chill out and enjoy yourself, relax. Everything's all right. And the thing is though, brothers and sisters, like when I'm talking to the divine feminine polarity here, because they're the ones that's still quite generally drawn to me and my vibration and this video and stuff like that. But what was I going to say? no, it's really important that you remember that, you know, that you promised the divine masculine that you would remember. Like, you know, you had this discussion with God, you sat there at God's feet, and God was like, right, you know, you're so brave, are you sure you're up for it? And the feminine twins going, yes, I'm needed, I'm going, and the masculine twins going, I'm a bit nervous about this, God. And then the feminine's like, no, look at the state of the earth, we are needed, our vibration is needed, we are going. And then God's like, my children, it's, you know, you're going to enter a world where everyone has forgot, and you are both going to temporarily forget. And then there's going to be a time when you're going to remember, and he's not going to remember. He's not going to remember. Like, are you sure you're up for this? And the feminine's like, yes, no, God, we can do this. You know, we've got to do this. And then, and I promised as the feminine, and it was decided that my knowing would be so almighty, you know, that it would, that was why he could do that. That is why he could stay in that place of not remembering, even though I had remembered and I had woken up. You know, so we both sat there at the feet of Mother, Father, God, having that conversation. And the feminine, you know, we were the one. We were like, we're going because we're needed. And then the masculine was like, wherever you go, I will follow you. Like, and you know, and that is how it was for many twin flames. And it's so beautiful. But you know, we were warned of the pitfalls. And you know, and of course, like, even though I am awake, I still have like my little moments of pitfalls, but the thing is, they don't last very long. And there's always that part of me that's observing it, and it's actually quite entertaining because they're so rare that if I meet a little pitfall, I'm like, it's kind of like, oh, there's a pitfall, oh wow, like, you know. So there's not that identification and attachment. But of course, I'm human, and I'm having all sort of, like, you know, funky experiences. Of course I am. Flipping hell, I am, like, my life is very magical. Actually, my life is very enchanted, and I am really living the fifth dimensional timeline. Not a lot of other people are. You gotta laugh, but I'm doing my best. I'm like, come on guys, let's all remember, we're all God's children, we're divine beings. Anyway, I'll pull a card now for the collective consciousness, for the twin flame collective consciousness, and this is related. Oh, do you know what? A card jumped out. Oh, I've got it. So when I was shuffling for the twin flame collective, this is the card that came out. 47, good number, and it says soft. That's kind of interesting. Like, soft, what does that mean? I'm not really getting much from that card, are you? See what the book says, and that will give me a little point in the right direction. All right, I'll read it. A sanctuary bathed in soft light, your heart is receptive, inviting and gentle. It brings strength to the weary, comfort to the lonely, and healing to the wounded. It is a magnet for all that is needed. For you, your beloved's your world. Don't imagine you must always be the fighter going against the part of your nature that longs for harmony and peace. This is your time to be soft, to surrender, to let the subtle waves of the heart invite love in, and to receive. In doing so, you will give so much. This oracle brings you a message of peace. Surrender now, be soft. Even just for this moment of quiet reflection, you have perhaps been working too hard at growing and living. Take some moments to replenish and allow the divine to help you, dear one. Be soft so you are receptive to the divine. Wow, I kind of felt like it was talking about me, really, and who I am, and how I show up in my work. And like, yeah, I do. I'm really soft because, like, I'm soft, but I don't take shit. You know, you can tell I don't take shit, and I don't. But I am really soft, and it's all to do with the fact that I'm working with the Mary energy. Like the Mother Mary energy and the Mary Magdalene energy. Like, I am that, and my middle name is Mary, so I'm Jenny Mary McCarty, and my mum is Mary McCarty, and my grandmother's Mary McCarty. They're all Marys, like, you know. So I am that Mary energy, and that's that's what God told me. God was like, the world needs the mother energy. Like, everyone's starving for the mother energy, you know, like, but the divine mother energy, the ascended mother energy, the wise, the enlightened mother energy. So yeah, that is really that is how I show up in who I am and the work and everything that I do. But it's very powerful. It's almighty, because the mother energy, with the mother energy, you feel safe. Everyone who works with me, they feel safe, and that's what I'm really good at. I'm really good at making you feel safe, and from that place, then that's where the transformation is so effortless. That is and that is my role, and that is my gift, and it's an honour for me to share that with you all. And I felt that this card was, how does that relate to the twin flame? I don't know. I think what's going on, I think this is a message for the divine masculine, because I think that, you know, there has to be a rise of the divine feminine in the masculine, and I think that that's what's going on at the moment as well. And there's like a readjustment that's going on with the 11-11, and because each one represents the divine masculine and the other one represents the divine feminine. But for them to show up as the one, they need to be in balance with their masculine and feminine energies. And what I'm being shown at the moment is that there's being a reset with the divine masculine and feminine energies, and this means that the higher selves of the divine feminines have actually activated a fail-safe mechanism within their own higher self, because there's been a lot of resistance from the divine feminine to actually step up and show up in the world in balance with their divine masculine, because a lot of the conscious feminine has been very deeply persecuted and tortured in previous lifetimes. So there's been a lot of fear about one's like base needs of like survival. But what's going on? So this has prevented me. Like, I'm talking about me as well. Like, you know, this has prevented me. I'm 44 now, and I've been awake since I was 21. Like, it's taken me a long time to get to this place where I'm like sharing who I am, and But what happened is the fail-safe mechanism kicked in, because I was like, oh, I think I'll give. I'm quite happy just like being awake, just like being over here and doing this, and going to wash my car, and there was that part of me, even though of course I was in service everywhere in my life. Like, when you are in that place where you see everyone, your very presence is like you're being in service, but in terms of me stepping out as a teacher, way show, a guide, whatever you want to call me, it's been massive, but that's because, that's because the fail-safe mechanism kicked in. You see, that's what got me out there. That's what's getting me out there, And this whole thing is building up right now, where I'm going to be doing these events in London, and London. I was born in London. I was born in North London, and I went to school very near Camden, near Parliament Hill. And I'm feeling like very much called back to my roots, and to go to create these events whereby I'm sharing sacred bhajans through kirtan, and also like giving a talk about just me being me, basically just like this, like me just talking about like ascension and twin flames and kundalini and awakening and what happened to me when I was 21 and all that. Like that was a good night out. I'll tell everyone about what happened when I was 21. Do you know what I mean? And then also the transmission element. So then we're actually like using the power of our group intention to send out like massive waves of like healing for ourselves, for the collective. So yeah, I'm really excited at the moment about organising these events, and I'm looking for a venue in London. So if anyone knows, so basically I'm looking for like a yoga studio can fit about 100 people and has got a good mailing list and a PA system and is in a good location. That's basically it. And then just organise it. So I'm really excited about that. But that's me stepping out. I could have been doing this years ago. Like probably 15 years ago, I was ready to do this. But I had so much resistance until the fail-safe mechanism kicked in. And what I'm saying is, for this card, I believe that's what's going on with the twin flames. The divine feminines getting activated to getting empowered with their masculine energy, and I believe that the divine masculine is receiving some sort of initiation that is enabling them to really attain a level of mastery within their own divine feminine current that flows through them. And this is bringing everyone into balance for the 11-11, and so I think that's got to be probably is going to be some of the focus of the 11-11 is the vibrational attunement of the twin flames, because that's how we come into physical union, is when we're balanced with our masculine and feminine. And and I realise that with my divine masculine, he's very much out in the world, and he's very established and successful in that way, and so I have to be able to match him him. That's what I realised, like on a vibrational, and I believe that, you know, that, well, his higher self is a mirror of my higher self, and so my higher self has the capacity to, you know, I don't know what the language you would use, but, you know, to be able to hold space for, like, you know, many people, like 10,000 people, however many people. Like, I have that within me. And it's because, you know, I am very balanced with my masculine and feminine energy, but I've had a lot of resistance to that. But now I'm stepping up and I'm sharing with you all. So come to my show in London, I haven't got a date yet, you know, but I know what I'm doing. It's going to be so cool. And I'm going to play with my soul sister, Amy. She's going to come and support me. She's amazing. She's an amazing singer. So just got to book the venue. So if anyone knows any venues, like, you know, let me know. And yeah, this is to do with the 1111. This is just to say that we need to all get in balance with our energies in order to like, you know, vibrationally align with our physical unions. There's a lot going on with the twin flames right now, and there's things aren't as they seem. You know, for many it seems as though things were looking hunky-dory with the old karmic partners, but there are a few cracks showing now. Cracks are beginning to show, and that's the message that I've been getting from, you know, from all my guides have bombarded me with that message, and it's even been coming through my dreams. So, you know, but it's all good, because this is, again, we're talking about the fail-safe mechanism. Like, we have come here to be in union. It's not like, oh, I quite fancy being with my twin flame in this lifetime. It's like, no, actually, that's one of the main reasons why you returned to the earth plane, was to be in the union. Because once you're in the union, your you know, your vibration that you're sending out, like, that is the highest nectar. That is the highest vibrational nectar for Gaia, to quickly attune her to her paradise, setting, you know. And that's what it's all about. It's all about grounding in and anchoring in the new earth, the 5D template. And that is mainly activated through twin flame consciousness, and through us, you know, remembering that, like, you know, who is your twin flame. Therefore, if I recognise you as my twin flame, I remember who I am as God's divine eternal daughter, you know. And there we are. So there's a very mega download for everyone. Like, yeah, and I just wanted to make this video on this Samhain Eve. I'm amazed that I've had no trick-or-treaters. I don't know why. I think I haven't got a pumpkin out, because I've got to go out. I'm going to go out now to chant Amma's 1008 names. This is how I roll on a Tuesday. Go to the Amma Archana group. And we're all getting ready for Amma's visit on the, I don't even know, is it the 21st? Something like that, 21st of November. Go to see Ammaji, Mata Amaritani Nanda, Ammaji. So yeah, that's where I'm going to go right now. I'm going to be with the Amma Sangha. And we're going to, like, check out of here now, brothers and sisters. And it was, like, really amazing to connect with you all. And namaste. Ahomataki yasin to all my relations. For MP3 activations that have been designed to fast track you into full union with your beloved twin flame. Number 1, meet the 5th dimensional aspect of your twin flame. Number 2, meet and merge in the 0-point field with your twin flame. Number 3, the Abundance MP3 activation. Number 4, the Self-Worth MP3 activation. Number 5, the Magdalene and Yeshua Divine Union MP3. Number 6, Heal and Restore the Atlantis Timeline. Number 7, the Violet Waterfall MP3. Number 8, the Inner Child Healing MP3. Number 9, Love Your Physical Body Reprogramming MP3. Number 10, Light Language Dispensation. Number 11, Deep Relaxation MP3. Number 12, Balancing, Giving and Receiving. Number 13, Reviving the Frozen Garden of Your Heart. Number 14, Source Frequency Activation. And number 15, Angelic T-Cell Activation. Thank you so much for watching this video, beloveds. Please like, comment and subscribe. Many, many blessings to you all. Namaste.